Omampenyi audio no clearly. Or say state of emergency no. He thinks and feels we are not there yet. In fact, was say the last resort. That is, no one should be the last thing I be. Say if say ekoba say enyema hodo a ye de egu akwema ye say de be fight Galamsey ni nyina failure. And only last thing I be.
Okay.
But acknowledge the fact say as a Ghana for nankasa no ye nim to me aye wo ene niema ye betimi aye when it comes to the fight against Galamsey. Omampanyi kire se mra wo ho emra no so ma police fo ho kwan ne I mean buying task force ne ade ni nyina kwan military omo ka ho nyina kwan se ye betimi achi obi machine na ya hye no ne ya sese no ne ya gya sa ne ma ni nyina until say ya exhausted all these measures are binding say what go no. I mean, he doesn't think say declaring a state of emergency there you drew ho for now.
Okay.
Say ekobani say you could drew ho there ebia wo beye. But say wo kasa last week ni there na you new pointer.
Yenyendu ye.
As I say you declare state of emergency.
Yenyendu ye.
And at the time no our president Akufo-Addo ye president no.
Ohono no omodu.
So time ni do state of emergency.
Yes. Ni do.
Okay, and then I made Drew Hossa.
Nay, do based on Omo assertion, then Oshe Honorable MP for Nungo Pram Sam George Jata George Oshe Nkomodia no dia na a patre declaring state of emergency nay do.
Okay,
as at that time no nay do. Na mre na so say ese na na do.
Otie Professor Jempoa ne nkomo anu odi na chese na do.
Otie Almighty Prof Jampua na ohwe na assertion na o say on what tipo say we may even import water,
yeah,
it's about human life, it's about kidneys and the livers and the intestines.
They are being destroyed.
Among from soon na SS and idea
that time na state of emergency as say declare
that time they do
say
say declare
na sanye man the free one na
ohona ne yeba no ohono na ya asem
sanye man say free ho
ohona ya asem no
kidneys no ayeye ni nyina
ye liver ye
insuo na ni ate ho
insuo na ni nteye insuo ni say more. And I'm wondering,
and only say more no yet you know how say be declare state of emergency.
Yendu how say be declare. Yendu mean declare. Kwame, what do you mean for so be a man in declare? Because yendu that the level I say you declare state of emergency.
But the question be say level ben and I expect to see be do answer.
And the level no be do.
Level ben
based on data and analysis any number be project no.
Okay.
Yes, a level never.
But data no man pay my who data no.
Yes.
The level like you be draw who be here say you be declare state of emergency no. President amaye who.
Okay.
Ebi a president with expectations. President any amakofi boa and akofo blue water guard for the aba.
Wonderful.
Right? Say womo emmo ban e wo nsuo ne so. Edwuma bi a it has to do with Galamsey no. As I say e bo ho ban.
Okay.
Kwame would him say early this part of the year. Early part of the year. Na we dam we power authority we dam what him say nsio na we dam no e was supply
no
a supply your power no what him say e Galamsey wo bu nsio no so oh yeah where
oh yes
okay and you know point be necessary that is the question ye nim the for no be di nkomo solely na ye bisa say in fact say your state of emergency no kra at what point in time ana you say adie be problematic sa adie no ha o man for that reason no say yetimi declare state of emergency e wo ho na yetimi hwe say ye be fight the etia sa adie ma no you declare state of emergency what are the consequences what are we supposed to do in the process you declare state of emergency no is it a thing say Omampenyinya bebie na no ka say you declare state of emergency ABCD areas Galamsey or small scale mining or mining in its entirety ya banning na no not just a mining activities ni na to atwa na is that what we are saying is that the argument say Omampenyinya tu na no mutu owia bibia be stop here na insuo no ye ma ye ho be 1 month 2 months insuo no will get back to its original state na Is that the question? Is that the impression I say na? And now say you kobane the ban kotoso to say the President Akufo-Addo yeah over 2 years. Yet you resume you know now you say two nyafu.
Yeah.
And no say near money more no.
And uncle break number back.
So what are we?
Kwame ade. Uncle break number back. Adibia so uncle break number back. Ana energy na de ban. Ana was soro pa. Cause mo ba na insu ni ante kama. No mo hu say dabi any kwan say nso ni tesa enti yen san so fa energy ni chem no mo de energy ni chem
I see
de chem no mo say no more de chem say more
my uncle screen so now we'll give you the data I had here say science and data
yes science and data
we will let you understand the figures clear
I hope you go be ndi obi atam
we know the unfortunate thing is say one say aban abani nyina no task force a wo mote say ye de ko fight Galamsey sike wo hu nyina ya wo ma hu
dabi no be hu
ya te Galam stop operation calm life dabi
Galam stop no podi omoto drones omoto hu drones na
ye ba ko ye friend say President Mahama di me refuses here mekai ya te operations ne be okay Operation Vanguard.
Yes, Vanguard.
Vanguard Galam stop by. You say you the blue water guard aba. You the police task force so there aba. You see military for the call and one more compromise. One more to me and fight here. The end said yes say one more to me fight no. It is a say no a banner internal security there. A process for Juma. And the police no no fight.
Military
military no
end me and fight it.
And to me say you know task forces
and police for me and fight it.
Would you task force are your a large component of it was military. I think say Operation Vanguard was a Galam stop and I need police but most now no military for ana ye diomo ekosa akon no okay one mo na ntimi anya adwuma no enti omampanyin ba ye under the auspices of the IGP Inspector General of Police tete yowu no ono ba ye de we say baby a ye mining ye to Galamsey bia no police station wo ho enti police for your mo adwen say wo mo be ye adwuma ni ye adwuma ne pepepe am make sure say emra ne be ye adwuma na pepepe ye be ye adwuma what it means no any say I mean, at any point in time, and says the police ne kura train. My de excavator ne performance. And sani ya kochinipa. Who excavator ne says car so ba utumechi. What I say? But unfortunately, police of one woman tell who say trailers no your friend is saying long vehicles low bed eso excavators neighbor. But one tell who baby excavators the dikosi. Enti ye adwuma na ne akọ stop wo mo na ye tututu wo mo inje ho ne ma ne ade ye be hye na ne ye hye no making sure say at least ne ma be den e be calm ne ade a ba be sin ne ye say task force no cry recall wo mo back
Kwame okaya EP director there's this woman I'm forgetting her name
Professor
yes Professor something
Onua FM 95.1
Onua Sebiu obi beka se oyo ba no Onua Sebiu beka se oyo ba no e kan se Galamsey na ye hu adwuma no aye ntumi stop no omo man helicopters be say 2 and 3 bi na omo man no etu bi nka ho
okay
obe stop at one time
Professor Ama Brown e ka asem
or stop at then one time. What it means is that politicians need to make for so bit that stop Galamsey at one time quick. But military nintino and yadi or my imagine say they will stop it. Into normal by a task force. No more than Koranem and Merafon and Kolan Kolabina, ya some uniform. No omudu amakugu usuna no. Obi odun to Galamsey or ya wear armed. Wa ukure dua we young boy and akokra na abrewa wo na betumi stop no
that be say blue water guard you can't someone can stop you more you see they should monitor when we whistle blowers and who say bibi cause you blow the whistle not task force no abba
Kwame it is the same way it is the same way they are using the people to stop it. But me and me wo hodum na utu say me to Galamsey na I am well armed na una ba behwe me na wa waka no wo ta nipa no you are not armed
Basa ko hwade akoka keke.
Dabi ubesi dabi akoka.
You don't need any arms.
No, dabi Kwame.
Yesi wo tina ha. Tina security. Yenka so na ye security no. Yesi wo drew checkpoint ho a. Obi a wo twam bia report. De wo ba inside ne de wo exit bia report. Enti no eno no arms be na here.
Enti no enkrofo na omo tu Galamsey no omo armed no. Ebi omo so omo wo omo mouse around. Na omo mouse ne detect say asemesi wo ye oti hanumi. Ono no dey information ko came to omo ba say they want to attack you. Eden abe.
Enti be obe defend you.
Da bi eden na wo ba ye.
Ya ma otu a obe defend you ho an.
Na make sure say wa nkura tu a wo ye just a mo a ho an okaka no. Se nkrofo detect say wo na wo the information ko. And they come attacking you. Eden na wo ba ye. So you see, they know how to deal with these people, but intentionally they are looking for a way to massage the issue.
Okay.
That's all.
I see, but my uncle board ne so yanko screen ne so na yenya juma ewo ho emra na kwa me enlarge and expand it. Why na yentimi nkenkan na Ghana for no ntiase there be nkoso be bra down. We are giving you a background to Sir Galamsey nkomoya yedi, okay, illegal mining. About the law bit and the law aspect medical catch bodada. Okay. Now, historical timelines. We are giving you a space of 10 to 15 years. Research now will pick data no data within 10 years. Reasonable. So we be media assessment. Now, before 2017, okay. Everybody no Galamsey ne de you start here we Ghana high right. But I no na yehu the level of destruction yehu because I no na a local indigents na ye timemfo na ye no kra na dia so ne pickers there and ye obekọ board no those days yesusu no drum board there obo se kwan ne ho wo mo ye dig and wash nkakra de bia no mo ho fisa
wo mo sensu
wo mo fanko nsuo wo mo fanko ka kwan major highway ho enti no kra na wo kon no se obeye bi because now nim say we mo de wo mo ne hwe a wo mo di enti no wo mo tutu fo apedi obedi good. Now comes 2012 basi 2016 2017 mostly no na a small rural phenomenon rural folks no etimi eye. Then came the rising of foreign participation in our sector, in that sector. Now let it be clear, said by law, Minerals Act 703, small scale mining the preserve of Ghanaians. Adibia your friend you categorize a friend small scale mining bia foreign bia ne ho kwan say or dey go for small scale mining 95.1 I'm running kasa okay o pese o be ye investor na o ba be ye o be tu form a good deal as a foreign direct investor no you must come in the name of large scale mining, okay? Until you buy your company, while your baby, watch this care war. There is also a minimum capital requirement as I said with the two form. And sign what me penetrate this sector no aqua year juma.
That's right.
Now the rising of foreign participation, especially notably the Chinese. One more buy and one more money kwa. China for started say one more bano, and then they began introducing heavy equipment. In that sector.
So omo be hu say yen na ye ade ne kakranka. Yes.
Ye ne ho akade.
Akade ni ho.
Eni ho. Okay. Eju omo no mo anu mabie. One be chere say the discount.
Good. Omo no betu ni ye amaye.
Okay. Now, when we introduce ade no, water body started turning into brown. Okay? Because a chance here no na wo mo tu Emrano kra say wo license kra na obeye adwuma no a you must do the work 100 meters away from a river body.
Yeah, of course.
100 meters away from a major highway.
Yeah.
Okay? Enti womo shase adwuma no womo ya na obi ankasa o. Now 2017 to 2020 the new patriotic party was in power. President Akufo-Addo declared that I put my presidency on the line, okay, to end Galamsey. One more launch Operation Vanguard, military task force,
okay,
and no, your banning suspending all mining activities, okay, 179 excavators, and a Womutimi SCZ, okay. There was a partial ban on small scale mining, temporary reduction, but massive political backlash. And one more banning small scale mining for about 2 years. What they ban to so Ghana for boy Kufuado NPP 3 so sa and now ban wabegu ya juma ye a juma name will be ho and wabegu juma no.
And also the campaign it me found the campaign.
The campaign opposition for also the campaign. A do baby no na kwakubu ahemu nyina akọ Galamsey site. E kwa kase ye de moto abamba ye nearby ye be mama ye adwuma. Ukrainian videos no wo ho. Ye mo yetim ka bibia. This is the data.
Yeah.
Now, backlash and started say ban. Okay. Later on, ban you know, there was something we call interministerial committee. Okay, one more 3 year. Over close to 500 excavators. And a woman sees mysteriously.
A fly
excavators no 2 years. And this became a major scandal on the Kufuado government. The first time. Now, Yanko 2021 to 2024, President Akufo-Addo second term. Galamsey research bans were lifted, okay? And after 2 years, pressure neighbor no. And President Akufo-Addo, it decided say Obel lifted the ban on small scale mining.
Okay.
And no before President Akufo-Addo ever lifted no, what the small scale miners here ekogu UMAT, University of Mines and Energy, womo ewotakwa wodomo kogu ho say professors a womo wonim die wo mining ho entre small scale miners
yeah me kai pa
na womo wi a ya babak ya validation of a document e kura wunyina and make sure say I mean who kura the needed resources and papers document wo di ye adwuma womo ye ni nyina and san womo left band no. Okay? River bodies reach 65% contamination rate. EPA and Ghana Water gave us that report as a then. Now, after see a lefty band, you know, now you started to cocoa for you. Okay? So cocoa farms were destroyed. Over 50,000 plus hectares of cocoa farms. And that yetwegu. Major drop in cocoa yields. Now, Utsiena will read it. Cocoa Board for a reporter, then clearly you will understand the quantum of a devastation. Then comes the National Democratic Congress. The NDC, then in opposition, repeatedly called for the declaration of a state of emergency to be able to solve the problems. Okay, now 2025, the NDC is now in power. President Mahama, state of emergency is the last resort. Okay. New Gold Board Act passed. You are passing New Gold Board Act. Now, New Gold Board, you know, in fact, the business you better make sure say you manage your gold ni ye as a country. You nya gold ni some faso you they show up your reserves. I say you nya so that foreign direct exchange you bet me nya bi. You can gold at any point in time you bet me a court near the aje dollar. You can turn $1 ni benya dollar back ruma e boa my economy no stabilize, right?
Yeah.
And now Gold Board said the second objective no and they say you do Gold Board no and they be fighting illegal mining. Okay? And they say yeah kase Endra or Sami Jemfi chief executive etimia donate so many pickups and 5 million Ghana cedis and the ama ora ama Kofibua Minister for Lands and Natural Resource say Gold Board no one more support to the fight against Galamsey no and Mr. Minister J na akadie we ya de aba no task force bi ese se odi mom mutimi de ya adwuma no fa mom no mfanya adwuma
tene beye
se de beye now Gold Board kuro ya nso na etuto gold yo
so mo akra no mde to gold.
Okay. That is it. Now 2025 President Mahama said state of emergency declaration no is the last resort. Aban yin so ba ye wa pass the Gold Board Act aims to regulate all gold transactions within the sector.
Okay.
Enforcement 208 suspects arrested so far. Data no. The ministry no report said 208 suspects arrested so far. 99 excavators seized from January to August 2025. Okay.
Okay.
Civil society complains that nothing has changed. Okay. It is all about talks and no result at all. Okay, now yanko up. That yen show data no. 95.1. It's medical catch or the abine say why. Okay, now data on Galamsey by the numbers, metrics, and then the impact. The latest available. Okay, water bodies polluted. About 60 to 65% of river bodies, lakes are polluted with mercury
and cyanide.
Okay? Now, that is the fact. Now, forest reserves destroyed. Over 18,000 plus hectares of forest has been destroyed since 2018.
18,000.
Okay?
Hectares.
Yes. Of forest reserves and yetimi destroyed since 2018. Cocoa farms lost over 50,000 plus hectares lost. And that alone risky $2.3 billion in terms of revenue. Because cocoa no say ye chegu. So we are not sustaining the growth of the cocoa.
Yes, of course.
Now what it means is that Ghana ye yield in cocoa production ebeba for. And clearly, no, I drop it.
I drop it.
Good.
Yeah.
Those times now, you tell me 900 metric tons, 1 million metric tons under Professor Mills.
Yeah.
And net cocoa board C will be and will be to me a catch or say, I feel the projection now why you know project is will be 1 million metric tons.
Because
I drop projection now. Say 500,000 to 600,000 metric tons. Crano, you're finding it difficult and saying it to me. I'm telling you, you're finding it difficult. And small scale gold share, okay, 35 to 40% of Ghana's total gold output. Enti ahanum komono na wo dia na akwakoye bibie ho akwakoye se nanti kro yemia eye oya yemia nso a ha wadwe
yemia se tenan no.
Now the economy and its performance generally, okay, the export product are war as a country, making kind the trade report 2024 report no at the amount majority of the things are yetimi exporting as a country a foreign direct investment na my foreign exchange, you know. Small scale mining sector, no, any gold sector, no, contribute over close to 60%. But small scale sector, no, contribute 35 to 40%. And the aqua idea, say what's we a gold exporting country pa dia. Okay. 1 year now, yes, who go small scale mining sector, and so who go do no, wasobeshi, unya.
Yes.
Export no at because Newmont money idea now one more large scale companies.
Yes.
One more to one more taxes a week. One more year exporter. One more family rabbi.
Hey, no, I share.
Good. And that is it. Now annual economic loss. $2.3 billion per year. Smuggling, tax evasion, and also okay. Now health risk. Rising kidney failure and challenges, mercury poisoning, okay, waterborne diseases, was reporting the enclaves now. All these things, hospitals will tell you. Now arrest 2025. Medical boss watch order that. Say minister and say we watch over 208 suspects, 99 excavators, and almost easy. Kwame Yankosru. So this is what the picture is looking like, okay? Now, political narratives and hypocrisy. The NPP era from 2017 to 2024, tough talk, okay? Presidency on the line, okay? But Galamsey rebounded. And Yakasaye, for a lot of confidence. Galamsey, no, to us. But I mean, focus. A human ankasa, we did not get it done. Good. Now, missing excavators, major scandal, perceived complicit. Okay? And failure to sustain enforcement after initial crackdown. And attempt President Akufo-Addo aban no but at the end of the day Ghanaians did not get the required result when it comes to the fight against Galamsey. Now NDC in opposition, okay, opposition loud calls for state of emergency before 2025. Government now, okay, now claims state of emergency is the last resort and existing laws are enough. And to President Mahama and running in Sicily was say no enough. We need to exhaust. President Mahama says I see exhausted. Some raya you way na any processes here dear go akwemu na and
would declare
declare state of emergency. And let's put it on record, sir. President Kase won't declare, but was to declaring a state of emergency, no, we are not there yet. Okay. Now, same crisis. New excuses, contradictions noted by NGOs and media. And see, now, what they said back then in opposition is different from the what
they are saying now.
Now, state of emergency. what it would mean. Okay, constitutional powers. Okay, Article 31 of the 1992 Constitution. It allows the president to declare a state of emergency. Okay, with Parliament's approval. So what does it mean? You who's a challenge be because a higher dream, a baby kanka or minding in our MP. Now, what would we mean to say? They say, Ranamo man pay him under Article 31. Say, Obetime declare, say, a dear way, ya the tabonoya day. No excuses. No excuses. Until what kind Article 31 it is clear. Now, practical measures. Okay, deploy military police at scale. Now, impose a curfew. Okay, or restricted access to mining zones.
Yeah.
And this is what the state of emergency will mean. Say, over mining areas, also be a damage, akosopa.
No.
Yeah, the ban at the better so.
Yes.
And net free hako was a cropon in the enclave when you're mining waha. Now, after someone declares you push your military to the ground.
Yeah, of course.
To enforce the laws. Okay? In fact, open say at the end of cry more effective. What the curfews cry the other day. Okay, and between and past 6 a.m. Ekodru and number 5 as a so be ada. And Ajuna will be done from 5 p.m. No, yeah, be call round. I say will be Juma, will be a kotua menebi baby, so that we are able to measure the result. Curfew, any state of emergency, at the Bema. Now, no. Now, speed up, okay, the prosecution processes and confiscation. And to why we and no allow the opportunity the people who are going contrary to the rules are what setting on the ground. If they are going contrary to the laws, you prosecute them with a very fast speed.
No, quick.
Tribunals set aside special courts. Okay, you do court hold straight prosecution. Evidence available, and you feel justifies we will not 2 years
95.1.
Okay, then you clearly want to put a signal across. This time round, we are more than serious. Say, fight here, canker.
Of course.
Now, in the absence of this, the civil society organizations are telling you, say, you are not fixing any problem. Okay? Kali Bishops Conference, catch us say there is nothing like solve the Galamsey problem here. Okay? Let's do the last one. Press, okay? Strong signal, okay? Faster enforcement, protect river bodies and cocoa. Okay? Because when they say cocoa na Mosca, cocoa no sube didi huache for generations to come.
Yeah.
They say Ghana and Ibian will value cocoa.
Dabi.
Okay. Civil liberty concerns, okay? The risk of abuse and potential political misuse of these powers. And only the Yabeka Wasem later. But I mean, clearly, you have the mandate of the law to be able to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, of course.
And these are some of the measures, I mean, we can put in place. Say, serious as a country.
We want to fight
Galamsey. And stop Galamsey. And Galamsey. Measures are Ghana for any money.
We
are. Say, why you serious? Say, your government. O person will end the Galamsey. And near my CSOs no air catcher say yeno. Ebini.
But I mean, on didn't say and the diuno modi diuno. And no moon to me and declare the state of emergency. Because Osha and Yamaya already see in some ya you impose curfew on the people, right?
Yes.
Oba restrict Obianko Babia, right?
Yeah.
What Romo say a lay ban on this enclave, Obian to Galamsey, right?
Yes.
Adewe a Nidian one at the same. Adewe Nidin ban
because interest in a woman
because Kwame say and to quite SC our baby get me lay curfew on the people. Anamibwa. And to kwesi because and to kwana esi no ebema ayi enkwala entumi nko school. Ebema won omutunton duane ne ade omutumi mpie enkoton aduane won mko efom na ade omutumi nko efom. Won eniema activities eniema aye business thing bia no ebe sizi anamibwa.
Exactly.
And intino they lay curfew on the people anamibwa.
Yes.
Na entukwa esie ene amanfo mo huntumi ntomo is not similar to the Galamsey na air koso no.
Vigil,
95.
And yet similar. Because Galamsey no, a man ye insuo na ye nom na insuo ni say. When you read odi when you buy no, data ne buy no say cyanide na omode ya ade no. Say insuo no. Mercury ne say insuo no. Enti a man for num insuo na omo kidneys say. Omo liver say. And it's not the same thing equivalent to ebia and to kwa sa area ho. Near the same thing.
The same.
And to the same to kwa see area be. Now to me lay curfew on the people. Say mo be MPA, mo be anye say activities are mobile no between 6 a.m. to maybe 5 p.m. Pena mo be to me any business bibia. Neba ne say na Galamsey na no so no edi nipa nya no. Ah man for ni tiem, amu tiem. Galamsey ni podie. It has gone a long way to affect our water bodies. Ah, me no ka say. Amanfo a omo ye nsuo
95.1.
To say other companies are omo ye nsuo no.
Yeah.
They buy a
water producing companies.
The omo to eniema endru omo di ti nsuo no they spend more. Ghana water crab because asem way. Say eniema omo di ti nsuo nani endru omo di fra nsuo na ma nsuo no eye kroje ya nipa betumi anom no.
Yeah.
A shoot you up because as omo to eniema no more. What is more dangerous than this? Huh? What is more dangerous than this?
Okay. Eti mamema records no dey fancy dey enko. Okay. Ghana Trade Report 2024. Report where your reporter at the end of every year, okay? Ghana dwadie nyina ye niema ye imported by the exported. And also boa my the gross domestic products, okay, GDP of the country, contributed, and then share for the new money idea report to a Ghana Statistical Service for the year every year be our modeba. Now, the findings for the general overview, okay, Ghana's export in 2024 stood at 294.9 billion Ghana cedis.
Export?
Okay? No. The overview of exports, yes.
Overview.
Export. Exceeded imports, okay? And the import was 250.2 billion Ghana cedis, okay? A difference of 44.7 billion Ghana cedis.
And it means that last year, importation drop here. And exportation
cost.
Wonderful.
Okay? The trade surplus, and the difference between wo exports and wo import, you know, say ekobani say wo export no exceed we importer. Your friend trade surplus.
Okay.
Say ekobani say we import exceed wo exporter. Then wo trade deficit.
Okay.
As I say we to me catch it up.
You need to deal with it.
You need to deal with it. Now, I say the trade surplus in 2024, okay? 44.7 billion Ghana cedis was about 8 times more than 2023. So what it means is that in 2023, even though your trade surplus, export was still higher than import.
Okay.
But the no difference was just 5.3 billion. Okay. Now, maybe near ma Ghana exports a course.
Okay.
As at last year. Okay. Now much the commodities are taking a larger share of it. Okay. Or say total trade values in January to December 2024.
Okay.
Points to a 1.4 times increase, with November recording the highest, which is 60.2 billion Ghana cedis. Exports recorded higher increase across all months in 2024. Okay, with an average month-on-month percentage charge of 4.5% compared to 3.5% for imports. Okay, in 2024, the highest surplus was 7.5 billion. Was recorded in December. And May was the only month that recorded a deficit. Okay. Now, me person me mount commodities, and the performances. Okay. Now, with me at ye. Meba me mount and okay. So 3 products. Tiwi.
Okay.
3 products accounted for 83% of all exports in 2024.
Export in a year ni na.
Export in a year ni na.
Your product miensa bia. I don't know.
And no kwa take care of 84%, 83%.
Over 80%.
Yes.
Wonderful. 3 products.
3 products. Just 3 products.
Na mawa ya here.
In 2024, gold.
Wonderful.
Gold. It is a Ghana enya 200 and something billion. Okay, out of your export for 2024, gold unkwa ema 163 billion.
Gold
Ghana cedis. Gold export unkwa.
Gold export.
Until last year, gold a Ghana export no stood at 163 billion Ghana cedis.
Ma putting on record say gold a Ghana exported last year no.
Last year.
A capture a legal ones no.
A legal ones. The value.
Yeah.
Value of gold. Value of gold I exported last year. 163 billion Ghana cedis. What's here no every the total export value of product I exported then clearly you will know the contribution of gold export on Kwa.
Of course.
Obebiema or say mineral fuels and oil. Okay, accounted for 54.2 billion Ghana cedis. And cocoa beans and products. Cocoa no 28.6 billion.
Okay.
And oka gold, oka oil.
Oka cocoa.
Na oka cocoa eboma. Sa product miense ya bosui. And no kwa keta for 83% of Ghana ye total exporter ye. So I'm saying all this and giving you the data for you to understand the fact to say Galamsey no different from small scale mining.
Yes, it is.
Say small scale mining no yan take care. Okay? Diama abai mu mpanyimfo na ko hinta sa niema we yachia. The SSE ye yentimi nye no. They will tell you clearly say I mean what the ban to small scale mining so what it means is that say yenya export of 163 billion Ghana cedis. Na small scale sector nko amount over 35 to 40% of this particular figure, then you know the contribution of the small scale mining sector.
Of course.
They make a note here.
Of course.
So clearly, no, who approaching no. Now we approaching a year. Economy no. Issues.
Yes.
But that does not mean say running say ne wo hono and say the year juma.
Of course.
Okay. So this is what the data is telling you. Now, I say the share of mineral fuels and oil imports, okay, decreased from 31% in 2023 to 25% in 2024, despite increase in value by 6.3 billion Ghana cedis.
Okay.
And I just wanted to let you know the commodities, export commodities, and the contribution it provided in my economy.
Yes.
So you cannot take away the impact of gold exports on our economy.
Of course.
But that does not mean say we need not to punish them. It does not mean that. And this is what I mean, the records are showing, this is what the data is telling you. And clearly, no say data no eka way extra what. Say a buying person taking measure beer, okay? The government must go back, okay? And then look at Onua Kasani statistical service no data woman provided.
Wonderful.
And based on this data no woman take pragmatic measures e basis anema we nyina no kwan.
No.
Yebisa we ya yebisa bebre.
Dabi, anyway kit we be yebisa.
Onua.
Omunye ready to be to us. Enti no ni tietia no.